What's up, everybody? Welcome to the podcast. Now, I'm Alex. In this video, I wanted to talk about how Fallout 76 and Bethesda continue to get worse. So I just want to talk a little bit about the recent developments in Fallout 76 and in Bethesda and how it just seems like things are getting much, much worse. Bethesda continues to drop the ball. They're just giving big FUs to the fans of Fallout and to really just gamers in general. I want to talk a little bit about that. Obviously, I've talked about this a couple times in older videos when we did the Fallout 76 giveaway and we did a lot of Fallout 76 content, but since then we've got a lawsuit being filed against Bethesda, so that's fantastic. We also had the whole power armor, kind of the $200, the limited edition thing. We had that whole fiasco just yesterday, how they promised that they would basically be getting a pretty good quality bag, and it ended up becoming just a piece of trash. It just delivers a nylon trash to the people who bought that, and then we heard today that they were actually giving out virtual money in Fallout for that, to make up for that. And so, the things that is going on here is truly mind-blowing, and I don't know how Bethesda, comes back from this. I think their stocks are majorly down. I think I read something like that too. So I don't understand how something like this could possibly happen. They've apologized to gamers, and they've said the patches to their game is going to be released next week, so at least the game is going to get a little bit more fixed. But the game is a complete broken mess, and I already talked about that. But it really is, and, I talked about this in the Bethesda's overrated video. It doesn't make any sense how Bethesda gets away with things like this. If this happened to Ubisoft, and I always go back to Ubisoft because Ubisoft gets a ton of hate, and so does EA. EA has a lot of predatory ideas that they've continued to do, with the loot boxes. They've done a lot of different stuff with Battlefield 5 that people aren't happy with. So EA kind of earns the reputation that a lot of people see them as power hungry and money hungry and things like that. EA kind of gets what they deserve there. But Ubisoft, I feel like, is kind of a little bit predatory, kind of does some things that, just make people upset generally, but I also think they get hate just to get hate, If things like this, what happened to Fallout, both in the game and outside of the game, if that happened to Ubisoft, the Ubisoft studios would be lit on fire, okay? People would march to the studios. Bethesda just has this thing about them that they just get let off the hook, and here's the thing, I'm proud of the gaming industry because right now it doesn't seem like Bethesda's getting off the hook, okay? People really are despising the game. The game has awful scores. It's not getting good review scores in terms of journalism. And if you look at the user ratings for this game, it's in the 3s, it's in the 2s. I mean, people hate out of 10. People hate this game, and they rightfully should. And then you have everything else that's happened. Not just the bugs, not just the glitches, and not just that Fallout is just an empty, broken mess, but also the fact that Bethesda, on top of it, is just making some brain dead decisions, again, like this power armor. What do you, they ran out of materials is what they said. How do you run out of materials? Do you not plan these kind of things? And it just all looks so bad, one on top of the other. And again, the lawsuit too. So many things are piling up here, and I don't know how they really bounce back from this. I really don't, because Fallout 4, I've said before, really I did not like. Fallout 76, I think, is a complete joke. And so what's next? Is Elder Scrolls 6 going to save them? Because, if they ruin Elder Scrolls, okay, if Elder Scrolls 6 comes out and they've done a lot of the stuff that they've learned in this Fallout stuff, and I'm saying the bad stuff, if they take a lot of that bad stuff and put it into Elder Scrolls 6, people are going to destroy them, because they're going to, if you touch Skyrim, you're going to hell. That's an automatic sin. It's in the Bible. So, Skyrim is an untouchable force. If you make a 6 game and it's not good, or not even if it's not good, if it's like Fallout, the last 2 Fallouts, I think people will just destroy them, and I don't really think you can bounce back from that. So I really think Elder Scrolls 6 is make or break for them. I don't think there's coming, if they mess that up, I don't think there's coming back from this. I don't know if there's coming back from this from Fallout. Who in their right mind is going to play a Fallout 5 after these last 2 games, or especially after this game? I'm really hard on Fallout 4. I don't see enough people, I think, hard on Fallout 4, but I'm certainly very hard on Fallout 4. So when it comes to both, especially, I guess, this last game in terms of public opinion, how do you justify selling a Fallout 5? Does Todd Howard get on stage? And Todd Howard's amazing, okay? I really like him. I think he's very talented. He's a great spokesperson for them. But, he goes up on stage and he announces Fallout 5. Do people boo him? Do people boo the idea? Are people not cheering? Because, and booing for a stage, something like that, a conference, a little harsh, and I've talked about that in the past too. But is it justified? Is it justified? Because, after all this stuff. So, all in all, this is a disaster, okay? I'm really happy that it's become a disaster because I think they deserve it. All of this stuff is brought on by them. Like, Ubisoft did a fraction of this with Assassin's Creed, okay? Assassin's Creed Unity was, I think, a fraction of what this was. Now, I know the game was basically broken the day it came out, even the week it came out. But if something like this happened to Ubisoft, I don't even, it's not fair that they get, that other, and not just Ubisoft, other studios get, bagged on too, and Bethesda just kind of walks off clean. And I'm really proud that they have to, in a way, stand in front of these people and kind of own up to what they did. So let me know in the comments below, guys, what do you think of all this Bethesda nonsense, all this Fallout nonsense? What do you think of the newest developments in that? Leave in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching this. I just wanted to make this video really quickly. I found this stuff super interesting. It's amazing what's happened with all this stuff, so I wanted to just quickly give my thoughts and all that stuff. So I appreciate you watching. I hope to see you on the next video.